This week we are taking one of Australia's most legendary drives, the Nullarbor. Endless horizons, the longest straight stretch of road in the country, and roadhouses that feel like little lifelines in the middle of nowhere. You'll be crossing from South Australia into Western Australia, tackling the 90-mile straight and soaking up the wild feeling of being out in the middle of, well, nothing. Let's hit the road! We are Joseph, Martijn and our dog Buddy. We have left the grind behind to embrace the freedom of life on the road, trading office chairs for camp chairs and deadlines for dirt roads. Guided by Coddy Womple to travel in a purposeful manner towards a vague destination, we are here to share our journey, stories and tips for living adventurously. Hop in and join as we roam, explore and embrace the unexpected. From Ceduna we head west across the Nullarbor, past roadhouses, the famous 90-mile straight and into Western Australia, finishing in Norseman. 2 weeks on the Oodnadatta trek left the Troopy covered in red dust. A quick wash and it's looking clean again, at least until the next stretch gets it dirty all over. Buddy couldn't care less about the big road trip ahead. He was too busy scooting on the grass and making new friends with a pack of dash hunts at the beach in Ceduna. Before tackling the Nullarbor, we stocked up on supplies, because once you're out there, shops are few and far between. Time to fill up the tanks, because diesel prices skyrocket once you're on the Nullarbor. Luckily the Troopy's got enough range to cover the whole stretch without stress. Our first leg takes us from Ceduna to Penong, a little town known for its windmills. The Nullarbor itself stretches over 1,200 kilometers, one of the longest treeless plains in the world. At the end of the Oodnadatta trek we discovered that one of the components got severely damaged by a stone. This is the end of the leaf spring. This is the rubber stopper, the cap. So we got a new one from Terrain Tamer and I'm just gonna install it now. It's a small thing, but you can see what damage it can do, the big force and the stones on the road, on the car. And this one just didn't last long. So I'm gonna install this new one. And we'll be good to go. Nothing fancy here, just a hearty, homemade pub-style meal to fuel up for the road ahead. We stopped by Lake MacDonnell in the morning. The landscapes is stunning, and it must be even more beautiful when the lake's full. Though, when we visited, it was completely dry.
I'm standing on the dried up Lake MacDonnell, surrounded by this vast white salt grass. No water today, but it still feels incredible to be out here.
Our next stop is Cactus Beach, a stunning spot on the coast, famous with surfers for its perfect waves. A great place to set up camp and enjoy the view. Our campsite at Cactus Beach is just a short walk from the Port Lahans Jetty, which stretches 212 meters out into the water. Perfect for a stroll or a quick fish while soaking in the views. Next up is Blue Lake in Penong, a striking splash of color in the middle of the Nullarbor, surrounded by endless floodplains. Definitely worth a quick stop. And here we are at the eastern edge of the Nullarbor Plain. Endless horizons, treeless landscapes, and that feeling of being in the middle of nowhere. We have officially reached Nullarbor, and it feels like stepping into a different world, a place where every stop is a little milestone on this epic road trip. We are here at the Old Nullarbor Roadhouse, quite cool. We have seen so many pictures of this place and now we are finally here ourselves. So we just entered the Nullarbor Plains and we are on our way to Western Australia. So yeah, quite cool. There's like a long stretch of road without any single tree, but this roadhouse is very iconic. So very cool.
We're taking 4-5 days along this stretch in Nullarbor. And one of these, of course, icon is to be in here, as what you said, which is really amazing. It's pretty, I don't know how to explain. I need to pinch myself. But it's really amazing. Maybe I need to do a bit of photo shoot then.
And let's get some fuel.
Oh yeah, let's get some fuel. Wow. Like this. Actually, you can't take it out. Ooh. Yeah. I can't put it back. Okay.
I decided to grab a loaf of bread, only to discover it was completely frozen. Well, at least it lasted the Nullarbor stretch.
As you can see here, this is the iconic Australian road sign. It's saying here for the next 96 kilometers, we'll see all these wild animals. So, see how.
Nothing says road trip like cooking a big batch of adobo in the ninja foodie in the middle of nowhere. Who says you can't have home cooked flavors on the Nullarbor? Here we are at the Bunda Cliffs, part of the Great Australian Bight. These cliffs rise up 120 meters above the Southern Ocean and stretch over 100 kilometers along the coast, an incredible natural spectacle. Of course we parked the Troopy to take in the view, but not too close. Those cliffs are breathtaking, but we like to keep our four wheels firmly on solid ground. We are here at the Bunda cliffs. Spectacular views over the ocean and the cliffs, obviously. Beautiful spot. We are just half an hour before border town to cross the border between South Australia and New South Wales. And then our clock will go back for 2.5 hours. So we're going to have a jet lag today. How cool is that? So beautiful spot, definitely can recommend. It's quite scary on the sides though, because some areas just fall off in the sea. So we probably need to remove our Troopy very quickly. Wow, they come with the truck all the way here.
Wow, so pretty, like, it's insane here.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Wow.
Not that windy actually.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's amazing. Yeah. I think we need to take out the Troopy, otherwise.
Big truck coming, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Finally, we made it to the border between South Australia and Western Australia, a small line on the map, but a big milestone on this Nullarbor Crossing. Next up, the quarantine checkpoint. Gotta slow down, declare any food or plans, and make sure we follow the rules before rolling into Western Australia. Our next stop is Eucla, a tiny outpost on the edge of the Nullarbor, a perfect place to stretch our legs, grab a snack and adjust to the new time zone. We are now 45 minutes ahead of South Australia. Eucla's 45 minutes ahead, which is a bit confusing. We are never quite sure if it's snack time or nap time. We wanted to check the old jetty and found the car stuck in the sand. And of course, we couldn't just drive by. Time to lend a hand and get them moving again. First, we tried a few attempts using the recovery boards. A slow and careful process, but every little bit helps when the sand is this soft.
Yay! Keep going! That's so far.
Well, maybe did you guys want to just pull me?
When the recovery boards weren't enough, it was time to bring out the strap. A bit of teamwork, a bit of tension and success. The car is finally free.
Hang on. He stalled.
With the sand and adventure sorted, the road is finally clear for us to explore. We can finally take a proper look at the old jetty, a quiet, historic spot on the edge of the Nullarbor, well worth the detour. I'm standing here in front of the old jetty and the mic didn't work, so I haven't a clue what I was actually saying. I probably mentioned something that it's time for beer after all this hard recovery work. We set up camp just a bit behind the beach. Honestly, this is probably the best spot we have stayed on the Nullarbor. Stunning views, total privacy, and not a soul around. After a big run on the beach, Booty is completely knocked out on his bed. The Nullarbor life clearly agrees with him. Quick stop to pump up the tires and we are hitting the Nullarbor again, ready for the next stretch of endless road. Rain! We haven't seen a drop since Tasmania, so it's a welcome surprise even out here on the Nullarbor. We stopped by the iconic 90-mile straight sign, 146.6 kilometers of uninterrupted road, the longest straight stretch in Australia. Time to see how far we can go without turning the wheel. time to start the final leg towards Norseman. After miles of Nullarbor Road, it feels good to see the finish line of this epic stretch on the horizon. Called Mighty Might competitor.
And the cast, the
And the
cheese.
cast, of course. A free swimming pool in Norseman, exactly what we needed after all those hours on the Nullarbor. Feels so good to cool off. Driving these endless roads makes you feel the vastness of Australia like nowhere else. It's only out here on roads like the Nullarbor that you really realize how big and empty Australia is. In the next episode, we are exploring Esperance and more of the stunning south coast of Western Australia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.